Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has publicly blamed Donald Trump for inciting the January 6th riot in the Capitol. The condemnation came during the last full day of the president's term, before the inauguration tomorrow. Our Washington correspondent Annalise Nielsen joins us live now from the National Mall. Annalise, and it doesn't bode well for Donald Trump's impeachment trial in the Senate, does it?
It doesn't at all. What we're going to see is real pressure on the Republicans about how they're going to vote this time. In a Senate that's already split, there's a lot of cooperation across the aisle, but this already is quite an extraordinary admission from the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. There was reporting right after the insurrection from the New York Times that he was quietly pleased about the impeachment proceedings and that it would potentially bar Donald Trump from serving as president again, or at least running if there is a separate vote after that impeachment conviction, which is already a big if. But to have this kind of statement on the floor from Mitch McConnell is showing just how seriously the Republicans are taking this.
The mob was fed lies. They were provoked by the president and other powerful people. And they tried to use fear and violence to stop a specific proceeding of the first branch of the federal government, which they did not like. But we pressed on. We stood together and said an angry mob would not get veto power over the rule of law in our nation, not even for one night. We certified the people's choice for their 46th president. Tomorrow, President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris will be sworn in.
Now, Donald Trump has been quite quiet, as you can expect when he doesn't have access to his normal social media accounts, but he is planning for his own farewell, quite separate to the inauguration proceedings. What people are really watching for, though, is the potential for these presidential pardons to come out in the last day. It's understood there's going to be around 100 coming from the Trump administration. To put in context, there were 170 that came from Bill Clinton on his last day in office, so it's not unusual, but people will be watching closely exactly who gets picked for this pretty extraordinary power that the president holds, and whether any lobbying money changed hands to get to that position. But the big question too will be whether Donald Trump will pardon himself or his family in anticipation of any potential criminal proceedings after he leaves office. That's also becoming increasingly unlikely from the reporting that's been happening coming out of the White House. But in the meantime, it's all leading up to this big inauguration day ceremony tomorrow. Joe Biden's spoken in Delaware, where he's leaving to arrive in Washington, D.C. ahead of a special ceremony for COVID-19 victims this evening alongside his deputy Kamala Harris. It's there he became quite emotional about the anticipation of becoming the next president.
You know, it's kind of emotional for me. But look, you're with me my whole career, and through the good times and the bad. I want to thank you for everything. To my fellow Delawareans, on behalf of the entire Biden family that's here today, I want to express how much you mean to me and to every one of us. You know, in our family, the values we share, the character we strive for, the way we view the world, it all comes from home. It all comes from Delaware.